So we've got some new stuff here. Number A is I got 2 more hoses here for this outrigger, so hopefully that'll fix that problem. And also, we're shooting on my new camera, so I'm hoping that it's going to work good. I guess if you don't see this, it won't have worked, but if you do see it, then it worked. So we'll find out right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. This here is the Grizzly backhoe attachment. And we need to, do this thing. Put it back together. And I think hopefully that'll be the last 2 hoses that we're leaking for now. And then maybe it will be somewhat usable the next time we need to use it. So I went ahead and got 1/4-inch hoses, which is like what's on the other side. And I don't think there's a right or wrong, other than one of them is about 1 inch longer than the other one. And that is because of the difference in the valve, you know. One of them goes up and one of them goes down. And if I was paying attention yesterday, when I took it apart in the rain, the bottom one is the one that goes to the front of the outrigger. And the other one goes to the top. You know what? That was dumb. Let me not do that yet. It would make more sense for me to tighten the bottom one before I put the other one in the way, right? I don't want to have a repeat of what I did the other day, where I apparently, you know, did not didn't tighten it, you know. I don't want to repeat that again. That was dumb. All right. Sure. I got everything new too with this camera. I bought a whole new everything because obviously you have no choice. The cameras are different. So you got a new protective case, which hopefully will be scratch free for a little bit. And yeah, I'm hopeful for it, as long as I have all the settings right. All right. I'm going to, I think, get a zip tie or 2, because I think if I tied these together, that would be much more better for the longevity. This is our new hose we made, and I've already skinned it up, and that's pretty sad. But that was because of stupidity, I guess, and not putting it together the right way. I had it hanging out of the frame differently, and it got chewed on. So yeah, so I'm woefully inadequate of zip ties. I found one. It's not that long either, but that might be enough to help us out. Now the jump pack's still here. That's good, because if we've learned anything, we need it. Because apparently the batteries in this tractor have decided no more. We're not gonna play. It's hard to get used to these. I see what the problem is, but I can't do anything about it holding the camera. Normally the toolbox lid wasn't up. That's just enough to mess with it. Dang it. It's always some kind of dumb thing like that, you know? And my tubing bender's in there. Yep, see? Ooh, there. 12.6, you would think it would start, but I know it won't, so. Still good and dry. Mainly what I want to make sure here is that I hook these up right so both of them work the same way. There's up. Okay, good. Down is down and up is up. That's what I wanted. They're both the same. Huh. I feel like I knocked something off. Oh. We still have, I hope that's water that's gotten trapped in there from all the rain. I hope that's not still hoses leaking. Yeah, that's water. Good deal. That drifting down though really gets old. We gotta fix that cylinder. That one right there. Other than that, I don't think it's leaking anymore anywhere. So that's kind of nice. But yeah, drift down. All right. Well, I think that was a success, because I'm sure that if that line was going to leak, it would already be leaking by now. Although, a good way to test that theory would be to just put the floorboard back on, and then it will immediately start leaking, because that's how life works. If you haven't caught on to that yet, you know, the most difficult way possible. Wait till you put it back together and then something bad happen. I love these steps to get on, but I hate them to work on the tractor because you can't get close. It's always in your way. It's frustrating, that's what I'm saying. It's probably better to put them all in first before tightening any of them down. Of course, now I made a mess of that. I can't get... Use a Phillips head screwdriver, sure. That's the appropriate tool for the job, right? Also, a real cool thing to have done would have been to bring my ratchet over here with me so I could tighten. That I gotta get to from the back side, so I don't know why I brought it with me here. This one is just a thrill to do. I don't know if you can see where it's got to go, but it's got to go above those remote deals. Probably would be better if I had let the 3-point down, but it really wouldn't make much difference. Also, a lot of people would probably leave this one out, which I might do if I find I encounter too much difficulty. But I don't think I will. I think I got it pretty well right away started. However, there's really no way to let you watch that happen, because there's hardly enough room for me to do it anyway. Not quite there yet. Not quite. I can actually kind of see on the camera what I'm doing in the screen when I can't see it in real life, so probably would help if I'd put the 3-point down, but I mean, I can. Oh, the first throwdown of the new camera. Sweet. I can't imagine why my old camera's bad. It's not like anything like that ever happened to it. There we go. Well, I punched the camera when that flipped off, so. I can be for now. Oh. Should have been in out of the basket more. Oh, damn it. I have to say, for all the quirks that a GoPro has, they make a pretty darn tough camera, because yeah, I have abused them, and this is only the third one I've had, so they're averaging about 1.5 years a piece. The first one, there wasn't really anything wrong with it other than I didn't like it as well because it did not have replaceable batteries. And this last one, I really liked it, but the batteries started to get really rickety. I don't know, they just would not participate anymore. It would do goofy things and shut off halfway through, and the batteries would say they were fine, but they'd only have like, they'd have like a 40% left, and they just shut off. And so this particular camera is supposed to have enduro batteries that are better for different temperatures and what have you. So we're gonna find out. We'll definitely put it to the test. This isn't the newest model. I can't remember which one I got, but I never buy the brand new ones, you know, because they're twice as much money. So, and I'm not making a Hollywood film here, so You know, I'm in it for the value. And I think that's what I got, so sure. Well, this is back together. Well, how about that? It's a good thing to know that things never change. I was just bragging on this new camera, and then it shut itself off because it was too hot. So that's good to know they haven't improved that yet. But a lot of it is because, I've talked about this before, but I put them in this weatherproof case because that is the only reason that these cameras have survived so much abuse that I put them through, like dropping them off of buildings and hitting them with equipment. And you get the little hollow pass-through door, so you get better sound. And typically they're okay, but I know when you put it in the sun at all, this plastic acts like an oven and it heats it up real quick, and then you have issues. But I don't really know what the solution is to that, you know? If you want to keep your camera, you're gonna have to do that. I think this one has replaceable lens deals on it, so maybe I can have it out of the case more often. Some of them do and some of them don't, and they kind of went back and forth between them, where like one of the new ones didn't have that and then the next one did, and then they went away from it. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. But that's fixed, and maybe here after a while we can take it out and I'll dig just a nonsense hole just so you can see it dig. But that'll be in a little bit, but for you it'll be right after this. All right, it's later. I'm gonna try to find somewhere we can dig a hole. I really don't need a hole dug, but just for the fact of testing it out, making sure we got everything, we're gonna dig a hole. right, so have we gotten enough footage of this yet? Sure, it's fun, but this is kind of pointless. I don't need to be doing this. I may take the loader and scoop this up and fill in some holes or something now. But basically, it beats a shovel, and that's about it. So these, of course, the center are your outriggers, which if we're done playing, we don't need them anymore. So forward is up. This one is your main boom up, which consequently is the one that drifts down bad. This one does your swing left and right. This one is your, I don't know what they call that, the crowd portion of the boom, the outer boom or the secondary boom. I'm no backhoe expert. And then this outside one is your bucket. But yeah, we got to get that drift fixed because it's super annoying. I mean, it doesn't take any time at all for that to drift off of there. And then it hangs up on the ground and stuff. So yeah, but it will dig a hole, and no more than I use it, it should last the rest of my lifetime. Or let me rephrase that. It will last until I find an actual Oliver backhoe, which has eluded me. Either I find them and they're totally junk, or they're 1,000 miles away and that ain't happening. So I'm not paying gold price, but I'm also not driving for 3 days to go get one. So anyway, like I said, it beats a shovel. Today was the third time I've used it. You know, I used it once here at home to dig a ditch for irrigation, for not irrigation, but my drain out of the house. I dug up the old pipe and used this to trench in new. And then I dug it the other day on Dad's, and now today, after fixing it, I think we got something fairly usable. Sometime this summer when we're doing nothing, I'll take that cylinder out and get it rebuilt. Always let it idle for a little bit to cool the turbo. It even says that right there. Yeah, true. I suppose before we go, we should make sure that our tractor's still dry as a bone. I think it is. I'm not feeling any drippity drips or anything. And if it was leaking on the other end, it would be running out down the side of the transmission housing, so rear end housing, so it's not doing that, so we must be good. But yeah, I couldn't resist this when it came available. I actually borrowed it first, and then the old guy said just make me an offer because he wasn't going to need it anymore. And that's the way it was, so it just never went back. We settled up. It's the same guy that I got all those Oliver parts for, a really good friend of mine, and yeah, he unfortunately, because of his health, has to downsize and has moved away from where he was and everything. So he sold most of his stuff on an auction, but I bought a select few pieces, including this and parts and I don't know what all. I can't remember now. Seems like, oh, the 1550, it came from him at a different time, you know. Just over the years, stuff he wanted to get rid of, and I thought I could get some use out of this, and so far I have. I've had to put money into it this time, but that's not too bad. I mean, a little money every 5 or 10 years, I don't know. I still think it's probably, it's leaking somewhere. I don't know if that's just dripping from out of here. It's really not leaking there though. Don't know. I would say that more of these hoses are probably junk, but no more than I use it. We're just gonna go as they blow, you know. I can't put all new hoses on it and then let it sit for another 5 years and then start all over again. So, but I do want to get this fixed. It would be better to have it on a tractor like this so that it was, you know, easier to maneuver, because right like this would be perfect to take it on and off, but I'm not going to tie up this tractor for that reason. So I'm going to have to pick another one and try to get it. You can run the hydraulics of this off of a tractor without the power beyond, but then you got to tie a lever forward or backward, whatever the case may be. And that's the way I did it last time I used that one. And that's what I did, but this works so much better, because then you don't have to fool with that. It's on or off, and then you're, yeah. Plus this tractor will do at idle what that tractor would do wide open as far as hydraulics go. So yeah, I'd say we got a winner, and I don't know what else to say about it. I mean, you're probably getting sick of videos. Oh, GoPro, I love how even in updated versions, we still freeze up because we get too hot. But as I was saying, yeah, hopefully pretty soon it will decide, hey, we've had enough rain for a while, and maybe we can get out in the field and actually do some work with this stuff instead of just a bunch of nonsense videos fixing things. So that's where we stand. And like I was saying, if you enjoyed the videos, leave a comment. Give it a thumbs up. All that stuff doesn't cost you anything. It's supposed to help me out. Who knows? But it's worth a try. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.